my hair looks like.
Good. It always looks good. Come on.
Okay, server. So, what you want to talk about?
I guess we're going to talk about how societal norms make you broke.
Are you a victim of society norms?
Call 1-800. So what you want to talk about podcast?
I mean, your number's on the website. They can call you.
Yeah, they can call me.
Call you. I'm busy.
Uh-huh.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about it.
All right, so what are societal norms?
Okay, so we figured out societal was a real word.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I didn't look it up.
You lazy.
I just forgot about it until now.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Societal,
Norms.
if that's not a word, but societal, if it is a word, norms. Let's talk about
What
it.
are the things that have become normal in society that make people broke?
The first one definitely is, like you said, having a car payment, having a nice car, or a car in general.
Well, which one did we just talk about? In episode 11.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't seen that, make sure you go look at it. Season 1, episode 11.
We talked about college.
College.
And student loan debt.
Student loan debt.
Yeah.
All right. So you got a vehicle. You got overpriced education.
But we can talk a little bit about college. Like, you shouldn't get loans.
What about it?
Like, you shouldn't take loans out. Society has set it up where they want you to go to school. It's been programmed into our minds as kids. There are shows on TV that look down on the person who doesn't go to college and pushes college as a path. Like, that's...
I'm gonna say there's whole families that shun people for not going to college.
So that's just a little bit of that. Not everybody has to go to college or should go to college. Some people should learn a trade. Some people should be entrepreneurs. Some people just don't need to go to school if it's not required for a specialty purpose. So moving to number 2, vehicles. So yeah, car payments put people in debt. But it's been pushed on us as a society that we should have the nicest car. Like, we are what we drive, you know. That's the first thing people see when you pull up, if you're trying to do like sales calls and stuff. Like, what kind of car is that person driving? Like, it really matters. So I drive a 2001 car.
Mercury Sable.
It's a 2001. Like, it's over 20 years old.
That's right. Still kicking.
Knock on wood. But yeah, it's still kicking. But I don't have a car payment, so I'm not tied down to that payment every month. Some people's car payments is as much as their mortgage or their house or rent. Like, that's a lot to me. I don't ever plan on having a car payment. If I gotta get a bike, I will. But I'm not having a car payment. What about you?
So society has made it where going to college is a societal norm, or having a brand new vehicle with a payment is a societal norm. What else? What else is a societal norm?
I guess kind of like branching off and living on your own by yourself and having like a huge house with extra space that you don't need.
So moving out at 18.
Moving out at 18, for sure.
Getting a place of your own. Even though you may not be able to afford it yet. and maybe more than 40% of your income.
But like, that's what I'm saying. So here's the thing. If you really think about it, what kids, I mean, I was working at 15, but I feel like normal people aren't working at 15. If your mom legit was like, bye, see ya, if you didn't go to college at 18, would you be able to afford to live live in your own spot? Do you think you would have been able to do that?
I mean, me personally, I was able-bodied, so I could work construction.
But I mean, right at
okay.
18, right at 18 though, would you be able to like, okay, you're 18, I'm kicking you out of the house, you have to live on your own, support yourself, I'm no longer helping you. Like, I just don't see how that is like a good norm that we are supporting. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did people ever support that as a societal norm? I really don't understand.
Right.
But that's mind blowing.
Well, I think most people have a problem with, once they turn 18, about following somebody else's rules.
That's a societal norm too.
Yeah.
Because they've been told that they're 18, they can do what they want. They can make their own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a catch-22 on both sides. Because I know if I didn't have a job and had been working at 15, I wouldn't have been able to buy a car because my parents were going to buy one for me. Wasn't going to have a car. I went to college, so it's almost like going to college just kind of like excuses the fact that you should be taking care take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like going to school as a kid. You drop your kid off at school 8 to 5 or whatever the time is. They might have to go to after school, but they're the school's responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So at 18, it's almost like your parents are saying you're the school's responsibility. I mean, if you think about it like that, I'm just saying, I don't know if that's really how parents feel. I'm just saying it kind of seems like it, because it's like, we're all in debt from college because no one could support us to go to college. We had to get our own loans. We had to do our own thing. Now we're all in debt from it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Because you're not like really responding back to me on that. That's a societal norm too.
Yeah, we already got past that. We already have a whole video on that. College.
That's true. I'm just
but
saying.
But you want to reiterate that, yes, college is not for everyone.
Yeah,
and that you shouldn't be going to college if you can't afford to pay for it. That you should do a trade and then work your way through college at night or online or whatever.
I think it just stemmed from...
If you want to get up higher.
I think it just stemmed from me talking about having a car and a house payment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't have been able to afford to have a house payment unless I took a loan out from going to college, and that's how I was able to pay my rent.
Right.
So it's like...
So you're trading it from a good debt, which is debt for a house, a place to live, to a bad debt, which is student loan debt.
Right.
Which is a societal norm, which is terrible. The worst,
exactly. That's my
worst societal norm that you have. But at the same time, you could go to college and have 3 roommates and house hack and have housing for free. If we had the opportunity to do that, we probably would have done that. I couldn't afford a house at 18. Nobody would have gave me a loan. Well, it's not even that. Back when I went to college in 2005, they were giving dogs houses. Now, I had no idea about this because I wasn't knowledgeable of the housing market at the time. That's true. But I could have got a house in my dog's name back then. Well, you could have. I'm younger than you, so that opportunity wasn't presented for me. Yeah, 2007, the opportunity might have gone away by then. So you missed out on the opportunity. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. No, but for real, I mean, so yeah, that's where I was getting at too. Going into debt for a house that you can't afford. Even if you were to get the mortgage on a house, like if there's only one of you, you don't need a 3,000 square foot house unless you're going to rent rooms out of it.
You know,
So
you
you
shouldn't
think
live
that
outside your means.
Getting a huge house just for yourself, that's a societal norm. And that's
Right.
that's what's the problem.
Exactly. Yeah.